Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. So it's the first week of November and I wanted to go ahead and give a full garden tour. So we'll start from the front and then go to the back. So this here is standard rose, and in this bed I just have that rose and I have these August gardenias. I have this mini rose. Planted that a few weeks ago. So we have August gardenias lining this side. That's a dianthus, another mini rose with a dianthus. So the gardenias are blooming right now. I did prune them a few weeks ago and I did cut quite a few of the blooms off. But the ones that the buds were still on are now blooming. So that's another gardenia. This bed, I have a gardenia, salvias, and that's a sprinter boxwood. Okay, coming to this other side. So here, this is a jasmine. It's a large, I don't know which jasmine this is. I don't remember the name. That's another standard rose. It is a knockout. All these standard knockout roses are knockout roses. So here, this side, this is a jasmine, and then this is a gardenia. They've now fused into one bush, basically. This is a Japanese boxwood. This is a Gardenia radicans, dianthus. This is another mini rose. This is a peach drift rose. This side is lined by more August beauty gardenias, same as this side. In the middle here, I have some salvias right there, dianthus, and this is a Delta Moonlight crepe myrtle. This side, this yellow ground cover, this is a magic carpet. It's a Macedonia magic carpet. I have it at the edges of the bed. So that bed right there, this one, this, and the one behind me. And this is a mini rose. They are tiny mini roses. I think they're very cute. See, yeah, that's the tag. This bed, similarly, I have an August beauty gardenia, salvias, and a Japanese, sprinter boxwood, same as this bed. Okay. Let's go on this side. So in this bed, this is where most of my roses are. Most of these larger roses are Grande Flora Love. They're the big red roses. In the back are jasmines. There's a Gardenia radicans right there. Another one Gardenia radicans right there. Radicans here. And small one there. And another radicans here. And I have a few salvias. These are, I think, April Moonlight salvias. I think that's the or maybe the meadow sage. I don't remember the variety. But that line Those are mostly grandiflora roses. This one is a white drift rose. It gets really huge. So a few weeks ago, I went ahead and pruned all my roses, pruned down this bed at the end of summer. So now they're coming back. If you see all the red foliage, the roses are coming back. This one is another white drift, and I have a red drift there and another red drift. This is a peach drift. The peach drift is my favorite drift rose. The colors are usually very, it goes into a peach to a pink. Some blooms are orange. It's very pretty. By Christmas, it will all be covered again. This bed, again, we have gardenias. This is a new bed. Installed it a few weeks ago. I put in this peach drift and the other peach drift right there. So these two peach drifts, I took them from the back, from the backyard, and brought them here. Where they were planted in the back, I don't think they were getting enough sunlight. So they started, they didn't do too well this year. So I brought them to the front and put them in this bed. This is I think this is a kalanchoe. Yes, this is a succulent. It's a tiny little salvia that I just planted, I think last week. This is a mini rose. I think the color is apricot. Yeah. And then there are some salvias. Well, there are some more salvias in here, and also some dianthus in here, and some more kalanchoes here as well. So if you saw my previous video, this whole area, this was all lawn. I did shit mulching, and I went ahead and put compost. First put cardboard and paper, and then compost, and then hardwood mulch, and that's how this bed was created. It's been a few weeks, but I went ahead and I planted these. So by the time spring comes around, the grass should be gone by then, should be dead by then. And around this tree, I want to I did put some of the magic carpet yellow. My goal is to have that ground cover this area around the tree. That's at least the goal. I'll see if it works out that way. So I just took a little bit of clamps from the magic carpet yellow and just put them in different spots. And this one is already it's already spreading. Okay. So all right. So we are done with the front. So the front is pretty simple because we live in an HOA. We have to abide by certain rules. So mostly the front, I just have gardenias, jasmines, and roses, and then a few annuals or a few perennials like salvias that have been planted in. But you know, we have to follow certain rules living in an HOA. Okay, so this is the front. That's done. So let's go on to the back, and we will start in what I call my grocery store aisle. Let's see. Actually, we'll start in this area where I put my tropical plants that these used to be indoor plants. These right here, I think there were 5 of them. I used to have them indoors. I realized they were not doing well, so I brought them out here, and they've been pretty happy. So let's start. Okay. These are philodendrons. These two, they're 2 separate ones. This is an elephant ear. This papaya tree, it's really grown this year. See, it was in a it's in a tiny, I think this is a 3-gallon container. It's overgrown, this container. So I need to go ahead and put it in a new container. And so you can see from the flowers, this is, I think it's a female. It looks like a female, definitely not a male. I don't think it's a hermaphrodite. I think it's a female. And so it can self-fruit. This other one, I have another papaya here, which has never flowered. It's been 2 years, so I don't know what sex this is, but I let it be. This bed has lettuce, and also it has all the raised beds have snapdragons. So you have the snapdragons right here, and these are the dwarf snapdragons. So they should stay pretty. This should be their size. I don't think they'll grow bigger than this, larger than this. Okay. This is turmeric. I just bought it. I bought it from the store. I think the beginning of the year. I had one left. Decided to throw it in there, and it's growing. So we'll see. Once the leaves die off, probably in the next few weeks, I'll take it out to see what what we have underneath there. Some onions are here. This is Carolina jasmine right here. I need to figure out, this thing has really grown. I need to figure out what another trellis system for it. I bought it was a tiny little 6-inch pot last year, I think. No, 2 years ago. And I thought this trellis was pretty big, but it's overgrown it. So I need to figure out the next thing for it. This is a tamarind tree. It's a tropical fruit. I don't know if it will ever fruit. Here. But I saw it and we used to eat it as kids, so I bought it. We'll see if it fruits. So this tomato here, this is an early girl. I planted this exactly a year ago. It was October of last year. I've sort of abandoned this tomato, but it just keeps growing. I did harvest a couple of days ago. See, it just does its own thing, and there's quite a bunch of tomatoes in here. So I need to go ahead and harvest that. At least I don't know if I'll wait for these to ripen up and then get rid of this tomato, or just let it be. This is a fig, a southern living little Miss Figgy fig. It's a dwarf fig. It's in its second fruiting of the season. Because I moved it where it is right now, it's in some shade. So this year it didn't do too well. Last year it fruited much better, but it's okay where it is. This is a persimmon, a Fuyu persimmon. This is quite a few years away from fruiting, but that's it. There's another aligal, again, planted last year. Pretty much ignored it. It's been here. It fruits, does whatever it wants, but I don't really do much with it. So this is a 2-in-1. 2-in-1. It has a lemon and a lime. This is an improved Maya lemon. So the lemons, this is quite, they are large. This is getting, I think this one is ready. These other ones they're almost ready, but I think I'll wait a few more days. Hopefully the temperatures drop and harvest them at least after we have a temperature drop. This is Persian lime. So the Persian lime hasn't done much growing this year. It's pretty much the same size as it was when I planted it a year ago. So it looks like the lemon is taking all the nutrients that's in this planter. So in the spring, I'll separate them. I'll have a separate planter just for the lime. It might, do better by itself. This is the bed. I have some scaled Russian kale seedlings in here. They're still very tiny. And snapdragons. Okay. This one is see. This is a Dorset golden apple. In the summertime, I think I pruned this all the way back down, and this has grown since then. So I'll do another pruning of the fruit trees in the wintertime, probably around mid-January. This here is a grape right here. This is the red Katawa grape. It had a little. It's fruited in the summertime, and that was it. Maybe I need to put it in a larger container, but it was okay. Here is another apple. This is, I think, an Anna apple. Yeah, that's an Anna apple. So for my apple trees, I'm trying to grow them into dwarf size. I don't want anything larger than 6 foot. So again, this once I bought it, I chopped it about 2 to 3 feet from the top level. So this is what we have. Again, it will be pruned back in the winter time. This bed has I have 3 types of kale. No, 4 types of kale. This bed either has the lacinato kale or the dwarf blue kale. I don't remember which one it is. But it doesn't really matter. They all taste the same to me. Okay, and also snapdragons. There. Oh, here we have Sunbus Tangerine. It didn't fruit this year. I probably didn't do a good job with it. It definitely grew larger in size from what it was last year, but it just didn't fruit this year. Same with this. This is a Satsuma, bumper Satsuma. Satsumas grow sort of in a weeping fashion. Yeah, I do need to treat these. I don't think I did a summer fertilizing with them. I definitely fertilized them in the spring. I don't think I did it in the summertime, but I'll take care of that probably in the spring. They grew in size, but they just didn't. They didn't fruit this year. This here, this is what is this? This is a star jasmine. Again, when I bought this, it was a tiny little thing, and I thought this trellis was big, but now it's much. You see, I haven't pruned it because I haven't decided whether I'm going to get a larger trellis or I'm going to build another trellis or I'm going to keep it in this one. So while I decide what to do, I'll just let it be until I figure out what to do. But I need to figure that out before the winter time. Okay, this is another apple tree. This is an Einsheimer right there. Again, this one pruned in the summertime into this open vase shape, and will be pruned again in the winter time, trying to keep the fruit trees small. This is a pomegranate. I think it's a Pom Wonderful. It didn't do much this year. Maybe it needs to be uppotted. This is its second year. It didn't do really anything. I don't know when they are supposed to start fruiting. Maybe in another year or so, but we'll see. Let's see. Okay, so on this side I've sort of put plants here that I've abandoned, or I don't know what to do with, or things I'm ignoring in the meantime. So this is this ivy. It's in a tiny little thing here, but I keep this. I haven't decided whether or not I'll get rid of this ivy or I'll keep it. So in the meantime, it sits there. This is here we go. This is a Sabina juniper. Yeah, it's grown this season, so I need to go ahead and prune that a little bit. This is a sea green juniper right here. When I bought it as a bush, a shrub, and I wanted to go ahead and try make some pom-poms out of it. So I created this, but I think I still have too many branches, so I'll probably go ahead and cut off some of these so that you only have a few branches with the pom-poms. Okay. This here is a Japanese maple. It's a Tamokoyama Japanese maple. It's already gone to sleep. I see birds already setting for next season right there. It's a weeping Japanese maple. So that's how it's looking like right now. I have another maple here, which is the coral. Oh, this one, the coral bark, the lime green one. In the winter time, this bark will turn red. It turns a really pretty color. But once the leaves go, this will be a very bright red. Oh, this bed has this is the other kale. So this might be the lacinato kale planted with snapdragons. This is a pet core in this hanging basket. There are more hanging baskets over there, and on the other side we'll get to them. And this here, this is a Wyoming canna lily. The flowers are a bright orange. The leaves are supposed to be like a dark purple, but I think with the rain and not too much sun, that's why the leaves look a little bit they have some green. The actual leaf color is supposed to be this shade of purple. Okay, over here by the patio is pots and planters that, again, either plants that used to be inside the house, but I decided to bring them outside for the summertime, and they're still out here. So starting with this fig tree, these figs, there are 4 figs. So these were small, tiny figs, and where I had them in the house, it was all of them were in one planter. But I decided last summer to bring it outside, and then I separated it and pretty much ignored them out here, and they're doing well. So you have that, you have this, and that one. This is lemon balm. Yes, this is a lemon balm. I pruned it all the way back so that we can start to refresh it. Chopped all that off. And this is a mint, a mojito mint. Yeah, mojito mint. Also pruned that all the way back, and it's coming back. These 2 are this is a philodendron Zanadu. Yes, this is Zanadu with the serrated leaves. I really like this thing. I think it's pretty. Okay. All right, let's switch to that bed right there. Actually, before that, let's take a look at these last planters here. So this here is a ginger. This is a tricolor ginger. Pretty. This is a ground orchid. It's in bloom right now. See, it's really pretty. This is a, what is it? A ponytail palm. Yes, ponytail palm. This is rosemary. Yeah, that's a rosemary. And here are my hydrangeas. So this is a Be Happy hydrangea. I pruned it. It's down for the sun. It's now down for its season. But the reblooming hydrangeas, I think these are big leaves. Yeah, should be a big leaf. Yes, these are reblooming big leaf hydrangeas. I thought they were done as well, but as you can see, this one here has new florets coming up. It's November, so I don't know when they're supposed to be blooming, but oh well. So this one is the Let's Dance Ariba, and this other one, which is the purple one. This other one, it's the Let's Dance Can Do, which is the pink one. And this last planter right here, this is a Stavia. So sometimes I use it instead of, I take the leaves and when I make my tea, I use that instead of honey or instead of sugar. But yeah, it definitely needs to be pruned because it's now growing too long and it's seeded. So I need to go ahead and prune that. Okay. So let's switch gears and take the longer, start with the edge right here.